Hello and welcome to the first week of Dominate here on Risen Esports. I am Citrus alongside here with Repoted, and we're ready to cast this games between Torn by Hole versus Definitely Not Diamond.
We are really ready today, dude.
Oh yeah, we're ready to see some high quality action. Getting these gold plat teams out here on the Rift. I'm ready to see. Everyone's got everything to prove on week 1, so I'm excited to see what these two teams got in order for us today. What they got up their sleeve.
Yeah. Fans of each team, take out your. Wait, what? What is this? Daddy win? Wait, no. It's Torn but Whole wins, or definitely not Diamond wins. Not dad or mom. Come on, guys. So start voting in the straw poll. It's in the chat, and we'll see which team is more popular.
All right, I think we're getting ready here to get into these drafts. Oh, is something wrong with my mic?
Wait, there's nothing wrong with your mic. What?
Okay.
Wait, there's nothing wrong, right?
Nah, I guess we're good.
We're in Champ Select. We're in Champ Select.
We're in Champ Select.
Pretty sure we're in Champ Select. All right, first ban.
I don't see Champ Select. Oh!
What?
All right, it's bad.
No, wait. Are you on the link?
Yeah, I clicked the link.
All right.
Okay, here, I got it here. All right.
A no ban for
no first ban.
Well, no, because Torn but Whole used a sub for their top laner.
Right.
So they don't get the first ban.
All right, so first ban coming out on D&D side, they take out the Lulu, which I didn't really expect, but she is really strong right now. The Vel'Koz ban I did see coming out since some God of Guardian is kind of a Vel one trick. On the other side, D&D respond with a Nautilus ban, which I'm not sure who that's targeted at. I guess their top laner could play it since he doesn't really have like a set champion, probably just banning out a heavy tank. Looks like they're just kind of going for their strong meta bans right now. However, another target ban at Spag for his Master Yi. He seems to be pretty strong on that champion. And another just kind of overall meta ban to the Graves.
I think Sugar Doodle mostly plays tanks in the top lane, and always being one of the stronger tanks in the current meta. And I think that's what Definitely Not Diamond we're looking for.
So we see Karma first picked here on the side of Torn but Whole, and their support does play that. And there's the Xerath I was looking for. Now, I'm not sure what order they're going to pick in, but I was seeing he would either go to that Vaegir or the Xerath after Vel'Koz's ban.
What did you just say? Vaegir?
Vaegir, yeah.
It's Veigar. It's Veigar, dude.
Vaegir. Anyway, Ash picked up. I saw them running this comp in their match history in normals earlier today, so I think they already have a set comp they're going to go for. Going to see how Torn but Whole responds on the other side, though.
I am hoping that Torn but Whole's Karma is not going to the mid lane, because yesterday I watched the Karma going mid lane, and that was not a good viewing.
So the Ezreal picked up most likely for the ADC since he does play as Jhin. He hasn't played anything else recently except maybe the Caitlyn. So a comfort pick for him. And they lock in the Elise for Imagination. He's really
whoa,
there it is. I was expecting it. Torn but Whole didn't ban out the Aatrox one trick. There's two one tricks on this team for the mid lane and the top lane, and he does play a lot of Aatrox games, so I'm not surprised to see that. They look like they're going to go for this comp. I was looking at them play earlier today. So Ahri banning out, targeting against I almost said Suicide, but that's not Suicide. Torn but Whole is a mid laner. And the Janna ban, all right, yeah, Kaya Guts, he is kind of a Janna one trick. I guess they have 3 one tricks. I mean, they have one champ that they just play insanely, and they have like, I don't know, if they had 100 games on their one trick, they have like maybe 10 or 20 on their backup. So another target ban at the mid lane, and Vi coming out
very quick
against Spag. So I expect D&D to pick up this. I was gonna say Zach, dude. Literally can't speak fast enough for these picks right now. I'm gonna go ahead and predict their last pick is a Nami. I'm just gonna say that it's gonna be Nami. Calling it right now. But On the other side, Torn but Whole, they get these 2 picks in a row here. They still need a mid lane and a
Oh, the
top, and the
Vladimir.
Vlad locked in. I hadn't seen him play that too much lately. Maybe that was just a miss scout by me, but hopefully he has some experience on that champ, and because it's been very popular in the pro scene lately.
Yeah, and on definitely not Diamond's side, you see a lot of engage on their team. If that Ash Crystal Arrow lands on somebody, like they just have so much follow up with a Galio. I
The
like that.
Galio locked in. There we go. No ban coming out. He's gonna be
Oh,
strong in any role. There's the Nami. Called it. So
what a prediction, God.
So while they lock in these champs on client, let's kind of break down what we got going on here. So D&D running kind of a one tank comp with the Zac in the jungle. So I see just super aggressive lanes, especially in the top lane with Din PJ. I mean, Aatrox one trick. He's obviously super comfortable on this champion. Even against the Galio, he's probably going to look to play super aggressive and try and get an early lead to help snowball his team. In the bot lane, though, probably a little more passive against Ezreal Karma. You can't really engage too hard on them, although a good bubble could mean an easy gank for Zac. Although Elise going to be looking to get a really fast start, hopefully on this mid lane to try and shut down the Xerath or in the top.
And I really like the Galio pick from Torn Butthole because before that Galio pick, their team comp was kind of like just kind of broken up. Like I didn't really see any cohesion, but like this Galio pick into the Vladimir can really help and aid their team comp because if someone jumps on Vladimir or Vladimir decides to go in if he's like really fed, Galio can just automatically ult them, and they do have a really good counter engage or engage even. But that really depends on how well they execute that.
Skipping.
Yeah, I think
is the greatest enemy.
Oh, okay. So that was just
Time's over.
a miss scout by me.
As you
The only
wish.
thing I noticed with this Galio pick is you were saying it's good counter engage, but that's really it. They don't. I mean, unless the Karma is just kind of gonna suicide in with a shield, or Elise is gonna repel into the middle of the team. It doesn't look like they're gonna be using it for any engage. So I'm looking at it for kind of a counter engage, maybe off of Ezreal or the Vlad. I guess Vlad can pull in and he can ult on top of that.
I mean,
So-
a really fed Vlad can just one shot like most of definitely not Diamond's roster. Like the Xerath, the Nami, and the Ash would just pop. And
You're not wrong.
What do I think
mean,
of TBW
that's very
not
true.
really much.
Well, they're
Yeah.
pretty solid.
Only
team.
thing I see wrong with Torn but Hole's picks are they're mostly AP. Like even Ezreal, he's probably like a 5th AP damage. So that could be. Oh,
Wait, what?
are we doing the video
Oh.
now?
Oh,
Oh, okay.
we're not
All
doing
right.
video. Come on, you don't spoil
Oh,
it,
my
man.
bad, my bad.
Dude, you gotta hype it up.
Okay, my bad.
But it does look like how do I pronounce this? Suide? How do you
Swede, I
pronounce
guess.
Swede?
Swede.
All right.
We're going with Swede.
I pronounced someone's name really wrong yesterday, but whatever. It looks like Swede is taking that ignite on Vladimir, and that's just been so popular recently because of the kill potential that Vladimir has. And let's just I'm looking to see Swede to get ahead early and get some early games from Imagination and really take over the game.
Yeah, I look for the same thing. Only thing I want to point out is the bot lane exhaust was nerfed. Is it 2 or 3 patches ago now?
I
I
don't
can't
even
keep up.
know.
They update so much, but and it got rid of the attack speed debuff, and so now it's just kind of like a slow and a damage reduction. So no ignites in the bot lane, only one for the Vlad, which also like what's this? Definitely not Diamond. They don't have any ignites for this Vlad, especially early on. I mean, he's gonna be huge. Oh, the Karma last second changes to ignite. Guess they heard me. Oh boy, the
Yeah,
ghosting. But
yeah.
yeah, no ignites on the side of definitely not Diamond, and that could be trouble, especially if this Ash doesn't get an early Executioner's Calling or even the Aatrox. I guess Morello from Xerath will help halt his insane healing, but I mean it's still going to be really strong.
Yeah, and that, like you said, that exhaust pick before the Flying Scorpion changed into an ignite, didn't seem like a good choice because if Aatrox jumped in, his attack speed wouldn't be slowed anymore with the new exhaust. So actually, Ignite would have been better against his lifesteal and
Right.
to reduce that.
Yep.
And the Zac lifesteal too.
I was gonna say the same thing. The Zac
Yeah.
regen and even the in the 2v2, it can if you ignite the Ashe early, you can reduce that Nami heal and also the summoner heal.
It's Nami, dude. Why are you
Dude,
pronouncing these
why are
champions
you
so
coming
weirdly?
after my pronunciations, man?
Okay, is it Nasus or Nasus?
Nasus.
Oh no, wait, Shaco or Shaco?
Shaco.
Okay, yeah, wait, it's right.
Alright, whoa, alright.
Anyways,
Yeah, I
we
look for Turnbut Hold to get ahead early with this Elise. But if they don't, I think it's okay. This Vlad just scales into a monster. And so does Elite or excuse me, Ezreal. On the other side though, I think it's gonna be all on this Aatrox pick because he can fall so behind so easily. And I mean it's really hard to come back from being behind on Aatrox. But Xerath a pretty safe lane overall. And hopefully this Zac can enable his teammates early on in this game.
Yeah, and we actually went on both sides of the teams and asked them what they have to say about the other team. And on definitely not Diamond's side, I forgot who it was. Was it Angry? I think it's Angry Beast 96 had something to say about Torn Butt Hall. So let's check that video out right now.
What do I think of TBW's chances? Well, they're a pretty solid team. I think they're probably top 3 in Rampage. Sugar Doodle? I mean, if I wanted a pansy top laner who can only play tanks, I guess I'd play with him. Imagination. The only reason he spams Lee Sin in solo queue is that he really resonates with a champion. You know, his map awareness is so bad, he must actually be blind.
Alright,
So oh
go ahead.
okay. Gonna be getting into this game. I mean, just the trash talk coming out. He's
He's a
I actually have to I haven't seen the video yet, so
Oh, but he just talks about Sugar Doodle and how he can only play tanks.
okay.
And just a bunch of other stuff. He actually composed 1 minute of just different things, and I had to cut out the best of.
Oh.
So if anyone wants the whole link, then I will share them, the whole trash talk. But that being said, we're getting loaded into the game. First game of Torn Butthole versus Definitely Not Diamond.
And we're here, dominate week 1. Both teams looking to get the first win and avoid the 0-1 start. This is a best of 3, I remind you, so anything can happen. Might see a reverse sweep. I don't know. I could see that. I feel like Torn But Hole's comp, like I said, I could be wrong, but if DMPJ doesn't get behind, I feel like they just take over this game. But
It's pretty interesting that you say that because yesterday's games for Rampage, there wasn't a single game that wasn't a 2-0. Every single game was a 2-0.
wow.
That was pretty surprising to me.
Alright, so should see standard starts, although looks like Torn But Hole gonna all 5 bot lane here as they run it down.
Is this gonna be Fnatic versus G2?
Oh gosh, not again. Don't do it to me.
The Death Bush.
So they all 5, they're gonna go bot. Alright, I don't think anything's gonna happen because definitely not Diamond has kind of spread out towards the top side now. This Nami needs to be careful though. She could get caught out. I don't know if the Mantra Q misses from Karma. I don't know if Lee started Cocoon, so maybe a flash Cocoon might come out, but looks like they're just going to go for the invade, maybe steal the blue. No, they're going to back out now.
Those are a lot of words coming out from Torn Butt Hall. That also means the bot lane won't have any early wards, and if Spec does decide to start top side and rotate bot side, he could get an early gank without being seen. But as Zac, level 1 E isn't that great, but if Torn Butt Hall are really pushed up, then it might be a good opportunity for Definitely Not Diamond.
Yeah, I'm glad you pointed that out. because Zach's actually starting the Raptors, which has been a pretty popular start lately. He's getting the leash from Xerath here. And Lee's going to be starting on her red side. Looks like no lane swaps, so won't have any craziness going on. So right now, as Zach finishes up his Raptors, Elise heads, it looks like she's going to go straight for her opposite buff. And Galio up at the top, Mr. Jumpin' Borders, going to get an early push in and peeking the... Oh, actually, mid lane here, Zach looking for an early gank as Vladimir pushes up, gets a huge chunk of damage on some God of Guardian.
That actually happened to me in solo queue once, where after the Raptor start, there was an instant gank level 2, and
Oh yeah,
that's really good cheese, and I died, and I got tilted for the whole game. So, really annoying to play against.
so I mean that level 1, I mean some God of Guardian just not respecting Swede's, you know, enhanced Q damage, as the transfusion putting out a lot of damage, but he's just gonna look to stay back and wave clear. Spag gonna finish clearing up his red buff, as now Imagination might be looking for a top gank here. No, actually just gonna get down the river. Meanwhile, bot lane with Angry Beast in Kuya Guts, I think that's how you pronounce that, is they're pushing him pretty hard on this Ezreal Karma, which I'm not too surprised. Ashe with her volley does seem to push in the wave a little bit harder, although I would expect this Karma to kind of go aggressive and try and land some early damage. So deep wards in the bot lane here to try and keep out Imagination. Go ahead.
Oh no, I just wanted to. The stream does seem like to be stuttering a little bit. I have a quick macros. Are you on the league game right now? Like watching it? You might have to turn down the quality a little bit because it's like really stuttering.
Yeah, it's like frame rates super off. But we'll continue checking out the game here as Denpy going for an early trade against this Jumpin' Borders on Galio. No crazy... Actually, I take that back. Swede has quite the advantage in CS in the mid lane, and some God of Guardian is all out of pots. So the zoning starts now as Swede looks to just stay on top of this wave and not let some of Guardian come anywhere near it.
Oh wow!
Confrontation in the bot lane, the bubble lands, exhaust comes out, ignite comes out, flash from Nami, and the heal is changed, but it won't be enough, and the aggressive flash isn't enough now. Hold on, Imagination lands the cocoon, but Spag comes in for the counter gank to flash out from Imagination, and it looks like just gonna be trying to everyone get out super low. Alright, everyone can unclench.
I'm not sure what Kuya Guts was trying to do there. She flashed in while being ignited, and she doesn't have enough damage to take out Bosomeness, and
yeah,
that was a wasted flash right there.
That just looked super aggressive because Angry Beast was not on the same page as Kuya Guts there. So slight misplay, but they doesn't end as badly as it could have, I guess. Angry Beast did not go down, did not have to flash. However, Spag gonna look to try and gank Swede in the mid lane as he is super pushed up. Doesn't E at all, misses the Q.
Oh.
Hits the E, however, and not gonna be enough. That enhanced transfusion is just way too much damage
Yeah, and
for Spag to deal with.
And some Gods of Guardian just doesn't have any mana to follow up on that. That's why Swede isn't really that scared of his level 4 Zac with no items.
So Swede, a huge XP advantage here in the mid lane as he's already hitting level 6. That's going to force some God of Guardian to back with no sustain left. I guess buy items picking up as looks like Awesomeness picks up his tier and a coal. Meanwhile, Angry Beast picks up his Warhammer. In the top lane, nothing crazy happening. Pretty even CS lead. Jumpin' Borders does go in, gets a nice chunk onto Din PJ. But the sustain from the Aatrox is probably too much to worry about right now. So Swede does back. Let's see what he's going to pick up. He has almost double the farm of some God of Guardian at the moment. And he does pick up his Heztech revolver. So already a big advantage and a null magic. So the Xerath poke is not going to be able to get him out on top of his massive sustain. So it's just looking worse and worse for some God of Guardian against this Vlad. I mean, just the small advantages are stacking up.
Yeah, like as of right now, like you can't. There aren't any visible like kills or anything that Swide is getting right now. But once he has all these items from this gold advantage he's getting, like 20 CS is a kill, and with that much, with that much gold, I don't see some Gods of Guardian really holding up to this Vladimir.
Not at all. As he, as he said, 1,700 gold lead now, and I mean, almost double his CS at this moment. But I want to point out in the top lane, DNPJ picks himself up as Zeal. So interesting first item. Meanwhile, jumping borders here in the bot lane, looking for the ultimate, but nothing coming out of it as everyone's all but gone. Tries to get himself a nice Justice Punch, but it does not land. So that gives DNPJ a free push wave, and he's already at this turret knocking away at it, but Jumping Border is going to go ahead and use Teleport and pick up this wave.
That was an interesting ultimate from
Yeah. Emphasis on interesting.
Yeah, both teams have been being really aggressive in spots where they don't really have anything to work with. Oh.
So the bubble does land. Summoner Heal comes out from Bossiness, and Karma just going to back up here. Here comes the engage from Spag. The elastic jump does land, and that's going to be a kill for Mr. Spag.
Yeah, they didn't know where Spag was, and that was too aggressive and greedy to be so up there.
Yeah, Flying Scorpion not respecting the damage, and when you have no wards, I mean, it's kind of dangerous to be pushed up. Now, Spag looking to try and catch out Bossiness. Here we go. See if the bubble can land. He'll probably just Arcane Shift out of this. Yeah, not going to be anything happening. However, Imagination going to use this time Spag's bot lane to clear out his topside jungle. Although Spag coming in towards the mid lane, see if they can land something on Sweet. Although some God of Guardian is once again out of mana. But he's under turret, misses the stun. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Gets him under 400 health, I think, or at least right at it. He'll just be able to walk out of there. Xerath having a rough time.
Yeah, Spag is there yet again, but they can't really do anything against Slide.
Now, Imagination maybe looking to get on a gank to DNPJ. He has a ward, so he knows Elise is there, and then Spag comes up to look for a counter gank. However, I want to point out, I mean, the XP advantages in this game right now. Imagination is up a level on Spag, and this Vlad is actually proxying in between the turrets right now in the mid lane.
Oh my.
I mean, he's got a full level and, I mean, almost 100 CS. I mean, he's hitting at 9 a minute right now, which is insane.
Some God of Guardian was forced to go back because he has no mana, and he's just gonna get pushed in anyways. He's giving up those CS in order to get some mana because Spag going there is not really helping him at all. And
this could be something here. So, Jumping Borders does go in. Justice Punch lands, but it won't be enough. He's going to go down to DNPJ as the ultimate pops. And it looked like Swede was going to come in. I mean, he saw Spag up there the whole time. I'm not sure why he played so pushed up. Guess not respecting DNPJ's damage.
Hey guys,
that's another
sorry, I need to interrupt for a second. Whoever is doing the streaming on OBS, can you turn your bit rate down? Because the stream buffer is like every few seconds. And could you take your visuals down another probably couple of notches?
Yeah, it's still, I see it stuttering out here, the frame rate.
Yeah.
So just go to settings, and then I think it's under output. Whatever that number is, just like minus 200 or 300.
So obviously, while it's week 1 for the teams. It's also week 1 for production. I'm trying to get it all fixed out here. Hopefully we'll have it all fixed up.
And there's a lane swap here.
Yeah,
between-
I noticed that too.
Yeah.
Control word spotted out. Maybe he was just holding the mid wave for him.
It's at 2,000. Wow. Lower it to like 1,000.
Yeah, I'd get it. Yeah, like 13, 1400.
That explains why it's stuttering.
So some God of Guardian does get the blue buff handoff, which I think's pretty interesting. I guess it can't really go to anybody else. But, I don't know how much it's going to be able to help him. As...
I mean, Spag is 1-0. Whoa, but he's 40 CS behind, so he's 1-0. He might as well just take that blue for himself so he can help other lanes. But
I mean, there's just...
Oh my goodness.
The damage out of Swede as he just solos some God of Guardian under the turret. I mean, there's not much you can do when he lands a Hemo Plague on him. Just, you know, a fully charged up Tides of Blood. So much damage.
Yeah, that's exactly why Vlad now takes Ignite. That burst of damage, that kill potential, you just gotta respect that. But some God of Guardian just didn't at that.
I just wanted to point out just the huge CS advantages, you know, as we were highlighting earlier for Swede, but also on Bossomus. He's built himself up almost a 30 CS lead over Angry Beast, even after Angry Beast calling out the other team. However, DinPJ and Jumping Borders looks to be pretty even. So Vlad just taking control of this whole map right now, as some God of Guardian finally hits level 6, although Elastic Slingshot not going to hit as he does Blood Pool. The Tidal Wave coming out doesn't quite reach. Angry Beast calling for a little assistance here in the bot lane as he's getting pushed in.
Oh wait, did you lower the bitrate? Still looks pretty...
It looks like he's alt-tabbed. Like, that's what it looks like when you alt-tab out of the game on stream.
Are you like focused on the game? Like your window focus?
Are you doing game capture or window capture? Because it could be like you're not in full screen or something. I have no clue, honestly. Because that's just
click on the game or something. And hopefully that makes it better.
Back to the game though.
Wait, lower the
Butthole has... They've just hit a 3k gold lead, and that's really off the back of Swede, as they look, maybe they're going to get a 3-man dive here on DinPJ. His imagination is up in this top lane. So, there comes the missing pings. DinPJ needs to be careful. He does not have his revive up at the moment. Does try and hit the Q. Cocoon lands, Justice Punch, and he's all but gone.
I was about to say that 3k goal lead is solely from that CS because the scoreboard was 2-2, and no objectives have been taken. So it's literally just Swede out CSing some God of Guardian for that gold lead.
So now, yeah, and Tornbit Hole picking up the first turret of the game. As Spag gonna look to try and trade this Cloud Drake in return for the first turret. Awesomeness and Flying Scorpion. Maybe gonna look to try and steal here. Arcane. Oh, she does get it! The Karma Q ends up stealing the Cloud Drake.
Wait, I didn't see that.
They get absolutely nothing out of that. They lose first turret and lose the Cloud Drake. Unfortunate. 5k gold lead now. I mean, this snowball is just getting bigger and bigger. Next move for both teams. I mean, for Tornbit Hole, it's pretty simple. Just kind of, you know, group up, let bot lane keep pushing, but trying to get 3 in the mid lane, take down that last outer. A little more difficult for Definitely Not Diamond, although, hold that thought. Spag coming in, but the TP coming out from Jumping Borders as they look to try and get the spot outer. Spag does go into the Elastic Slingshot, hits Let's Bounce. Tidal Wave coming out as well. And Galileo is going to be in the front line here. He needs to be really careful. The arrow does hit. Volley comes out.
That's a nice crystal.
Flash off the Jumping Border. Exhaust on to Awesomeness. Elastic Slingshot one more time, it does miss from the Arcane Shift. He's super low, I believe he still has passive though. And, oh, he does manage to get out as a bubble lands, so surprisingly no one going down there after multiple flashes and other summoner spells are exchanged. However, here comes Swede, and yeah, the respect flash from Kaya Guts getting out of there, man. He wants none of that vampire.
And this
So
might be a
they're gonna
tier
be-
2 turret.
Yeah, they're pushing on this inner here, and another respect flash. Angry Beast, but Swede goes forward, hits
He's
the
gone.
ignite, hits hemorrhage. Oh man, he's getting super low.
Oh my
goodness.
goodness.
Wow, that damage! I mean, he just hit Hemoplage, but Ash didn't even get affected by that. She was gone before that. Oh my
Whoa.
gosh, the enhanced transfusion. This now
dead.
needs to be
He's
really
dead.
careful. She goes down the Tides of Blood. The Karma W lands on Elastic Slingshot, but I don't think it's going to be enough. His passive is going to be popped. Flying Scorpion trying to get out there, really low health. However, jumping borders needs to also be careful. Swede does pick up the kill, even tanking turret. That's four kills for Torn But Whole, and they get nothing for that. Swede now has 5 kills on this Vladimir. Massive.
Jumping borders?
However, DNPJ gonna look to try and get something. Oh! Some of Guardian finally lands. He hits the 3rd shot on, takes down Flying Scorpion, and gonna be a retreat here out of Torn But Whole. So, what was that? 4 for 1 and 2 turrets, I think, in the end?
Yeah, that's correct. And that's an open inhib in the bot lane, but Boston just died.
Oh.
Okay, that's a trade, I guess.
So, a trade coming out. I completely missed that. I was looking mid lane to see what was going on. Didn't even know they were fighting. So, DNPJ and Boston just do end up trading kill for kill. As Angry Beast, I mean, he's just trying to live, but he can't do anything against Vlad. I mean, gosh, that enhanced transfusion, you saw what it did to Nami. I mean, put her at a quarter health. Insane DPS right now. Picks up a Luden's Echo on top of his Proto Belt, and 10 stacks on that Dark Seal.
Yeah, and that Dark Seal might turn into Majalis this game. He's so ahead, I don't think there's any way people can kill him unless he just oversteps his boundaries.
8.5k gold lead right now for Torn But Whole. Man, was I wrong. I mean, when you think AP comps, you think kind of later game, but they have really just jumped out in front here. Gonna be playing towards the top side as Swede and Boston Mist look to try and push in this mid turret. Although, fight breaks out, Coon lands, Nami goes down. Good night.
Where did she go? Where did she go?
I have no clue. Off the map, that's for sure. Torn But Whole looks to push in this mid lane as God of Guardian has to back. Cocoon lands on the Angry Beast. Elastic Slingshot does come out. Hemo Plague does come out, but it's not going to be enough. This team cannot be saved. And a triple kill for Torn But Whole.
How did Sweet die there? What is going on? This Vladimir is just...
It's the Hemoplage. That's just, it's so much healing. I mean, no one expects it when it comes out. After Hemoplage pops, that healing burst from him. He's about to have this enhanced Q. They need to be careful. He can almost one-shot either of them circuits right there. So Justice Punch comes out, not going to land. Jumping Borders tanking turret, but meanwhile, bot lane, Boston Mist and Flying Scorpion going to look to take down this bottom lane inhib. This team's trying to rotate over. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Just kidding, they do. They get it. Now they're going to back out. Infernal Drake up in 1 minute. They're probably going to look to back up, reset, regain some vision. And even with the Morellonomicon picked up for Xerath, I mean, it's still not going to be enough to halt this healing.
There's also
Flying
a
Scorpion.
Tuner coming out for Angry Beast. So that's a good call. But
Right.
that kind of delays her rest of her items. She doesn't have Rune on Hurricane yet. She doesn't even have a single dagger yet. So she doesn't have any attack speed buffs, and it's going to take a while before she actually does some damage.
Right. So, Torn But Whole with this bot inhib down. I mean, that's a pretty free Baron, if you ask me, because you got to pay attention to that, and you got to leave one there the whole time. So it looks like the only person holding their own right now is DNPJ on the Aatrox. The last person I expected to hold their own, but I guess Drake is comfortable on that. Although this should be a free pickup of the. Oh, why did that tell me Infernal Drake? It says Infernal Drake at the top of the screen. It's a Mountain Drake. I apologize. I think that's even better for the
always shows up. I think it always shows up.
Okay.
As Infernal Drake.
So Mountain Drake pickup. I think that is a way better pickup for them than an Infernal Drake because I mean, with an all AP team, especially with the Elise and Vladimir, hold that thought. Galio going in, hits the taunt and the Justice Punch, but Spag gonna get out of there. Yeah, as I was saying, the true damage coming out for these AP teams, it's hard to kind of push in those turrets, so that's just helping them immensely. It'll help them burst down this Baron too, as they look to be moving on that, and they're gonna start it up.
Every beast is in the bot lane, so that he's nowhere to be found, and I think Torn,
Yeah,
not
no
Torn
vision
Bahal,
on this
but
Baron at
yeah,
all.
definitely not Diamond aren't even gonna try here. I don't think they even knew.
No, they had no vision at all. Last
Awesome.
shot doesn't hit, but here comes the Galio. He needs a hero right now. His Boston is all but caught up, but Nick PJ has no team to support him. Let's bounce his pop. Nick PJ does go down. Sweet flash him forward. Does hit the so low. Emihio comes out. Imagination can't find the kill, so a great Galio ulti gets the knockup. MPJ not able to find a kill onto Boston as the shields were too much.